more importantly, we got the news that Crunchyroll picked up Digimon Adventure Tri, which is awesome. I was so excited. And then I watched it and I was less excited.
Yeah.
Explain to us the release schedule.
So Digimon Adventure Tri has been in this weird hell, kind of like Sailor Moon Crystal was, where it was delayed a year and there's kerfuffled. I don't know what's up with Toei. Toei, calm down. What's happening?
Yeah, Toei. Yeah,
it's kind of weird because you think these shows would have more support and better funding because they're such beloved franchises that have huge markets.
They're already established in the West.
Yeah, and Digimon's been going on past Digimon Adventure. It has so many iterations. There's games and tons of stuff. So you'd think it'd have some decent backing. So it was announced, then it was delayed. It was announced as a TV series that was supposed to air in summer, I think, in summer, and then it got delayed. And then they said, okay, we're going to make the movies instead. So it's going to be 12 episodes, I think, or originally planned for that. And so I think they were supposed to do 6 movies was announced. And so the first one finally came out, and it was only in Japan. And then Crunchyroll was like, hey, guys, surprise, it comes out tomorrow, but we've got it for you. And I was like, yes! Except it's in 4 episodes. Oh, okay. So it's show to movie, back to show, but I mean, watching it, you can tell it's not broken up right.
Someone literally just put ins and outs, and it was let's put this is the first episode.
Yep.
This is the second episode.
It's well, this one works. This would be a good transition to somewhere else, but is definitely not the end of an episode.
Yeah,
but
so weird.
It's very bizarre. I just want to download them and cut them up and just put it back in order. It's fine.
Re-edit it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of editing I would do to this, unfortunately.
So I've never watched Digimon because I was a Pokemon loyalist for my entire childhood, and I was anti-Digimon. I was super. I was
terrible.
I was Digimon fans fight me. I was super anti.
I love both.
Yeah. No, there's no time for digital monsters. I need my real life mice or whatever. So I have not seen it. Should I go back and watch it? So because it sounds like you wouldn't recommend Tri for someone like me.
For new people, it is not a starting point. Absolutely not. It is definitely picking up from where Adventure left off. I mean, in a weird way, a time jump kind of thing. But it doesn't introduce any of the characters in any sort of way that was relatable to anybody who's new to the franchise. There's a lot of nice callbacks to the original series and stuff, and a lot of the themes, the main theme, I think, as I know so far, is kind of a big thing that happened in the original series too. So I would not start there. I would recommend Digimon Adventure if you haven't seen it. It's just a fun show to have on in the background. It's the dub. While I love the dub, I think its voice acting is great. It starts off really kiddish, and it does it's kind of like Justice League, I think, the animated series. You guys see that?
Yeah.
It starts off really juvenile, and that's fine. But then it gets some really serious topics in it.
So really Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show of my heart, the most important show.
Yeah. So I mean, it does really good things, and you're gonna hear the Digimon theme song a bajillion times. My boyfriend came in and is like, "Didn't this just play? How often does this play?" It's actually all the time.
Constantly.
It's a weird thing.
My memory of watching Adventure wasn't on 4Kids. Was that was that a separate dub?
It wasn't. I don't think it was. It wasn't for kids. It was Saban or something.
Yeah, I just remember it being on Saturday mornings. That was when I watched it.
It was Saturday mornings. But I wanted to rewatch the old series I have been recently just to get ready for Tri. And I was oh man, it's been so long because I was a little kid when I watched it. So kind of catching up, and it doesn't really do a good job of catching up on the old stuff either, which is weird. It's this Adventure came out forever ago, guys. Maybe just give a little flashback to them leaving or something. It doesn't give you anything. Yeah. I don't know. I know a lot of people really are excited about Digimon Tri, and everyone seems to really like it, but it's hard to ignore some of the production flops. Some of I don't know what's up with Toei. It happened with Crystal. It's happened a little bit with
Crystal was janky.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
Except there's some really beautiful shots and really great moments.
Sailor Moon Crystal, if you're not clear on that.
And I've heard some things about Dragon Ball Super, which have been a little awkward too.
Can't watch that legally still. Which
it's remember, guys, Dragon Ball Super?
If you're wondering why we haven't talked about it on the show, that's why. We mentioned that episodes and episodes ago, but we will not talk about it if it's not available legally. So Toei is just...
It's just what's not consistent with its value. There's some really good moments. like Mimi is just the best. I mean, like I'm a little biased because she's my favorite character, but she's also one of the most well written of the characters because she's the most lively, whereas the other ones just feel really angsty and weird. And that's fine. Like they're teenagers, and you get that there's some like conflict between some of the characters, but it's also just like very quiet. Like the music sounds like it was taken off of just like some random site.
So just some like legally like, oh well, we don't have time to produce music, so here's some like open generic like.
So like the opening theme is nice,
but
everything else within the show is just it's very bland. So I was like, what is happening? It's just really disappointing to see it not produced as well as it probably could have been.
That's too bad.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, so I haven't watched the last of the 4, and I'm like halfway through the 3rd. So I mean, like I'm not done with it, and I understand this is just like the introduction part. And so I'm like, of course, I'm gonna give it a chance and keep watching. But it's just a little disappointing to see how it's not really completely there. Like it doesn't have the complete feels like the other ones. And granted, like I said, it's the first chunk. I'm sure the other ones are going to be great, hopefully. I don't know. Let's see. It's just a little slow.
I should abandon my loyalties and try Digimon
try
Adventure,
Digimon.
The original one. I don't know what, I was like, it was a big thing at my school. You were either a Digimon person or a Pokemon person, and I was like, look.
Yeah, that happened to me too, but I was like, man, I'm like Pikachu and Palmon. I don't care about you guys. I do what I want.
Whoa.
I can be friends.
It's all about evolutions, okay?